Hey, it's just me today. You got me only. So yeah, it's just the Hatman. I'm doing things the old-fashioned way through just a regular old Google Hangout because I don't have the new means of production. I've got them from about a year ago, which means I don't have the fuck it button. I don't have exterminatus. I certainly don't have shame the Hatman. So yeah, I'm gonna need the means of production if I'm gonna do this again. But anyway, yeah, so it's just me today, and this is basically a chill out, relax, have fun sort of stream. Micah has a migraine, probably because Captain Marvel, took its effect on him, and so now you got me. Um, yeah, that's what's happening. So, I guess let me roll down what we're gonna be doing. Uh, Ask me anything, basically. Chill out, have fun. Uh, it, Politics questions, entertainment questions. Do whatever. This is me interacting with you guys because, Lord knows, I have not done like a solo Hatman video. I don't think ever on this channel. If I have, maybe I did it once, but yeah, that's what's happening. And you're aware, I will be taking overflow questions at the end of this. We did record an overflow this week. I don't know if it got uploaded or not, but we did record one. So if it's not there, it's just late. But we did do it. So there's no overflow this week. Overflow questions at the very end. We'll do politics and entertainment just for the hell of it. So if you didn't get an entertainment question in, then you'll do it this time. And if you want to get a politics question in, go for it. I'll probably hold off on the email questions and the Twitter stuff that we got too, just because Micah's not here, and I feel it's only fair that he get a shot to answer stuff that was intended for the both of us. So we'll just do that. So let's start out. Koopa's Revenge Home wants to know, do you know what the topics would have been this week? No. To be honest with you, no. What we do is, the day of the stream is when we decide what the topics are going to be. And if there's something like earlier in the week that happens that we're like, oh, we need to talk about this. And sometimes we'll get a question on the overflow and we're like, okay, yeah, we need to, talk about this later this week. We'll do that. But for the most part, it's literally just day of rush into it, basically, because at least in my case, I'm a procrastinator. Also, I need to plug my phone in real quick because it's about to die. Well, let me see if I can actually plug my damn phone in for real, though. Okay, I ought to do this too. It's in the Discord server, which should be all of you. Why the hell haven't you gotten into the Discord server? If you want to ask questions there, I may as well just pull it up on my fucking computer. If you want to ask questions there, go right ahead, because you're supposed to get your priority anyway. And should I actually shill my Streamlabs? I don't have it integrated, so I'll have to do it the old manual way. But should I shill it? I don't know. Ooh, my camera quality's really dropped. Anyway, forget that. Yeah, I'm not gonna authorize that. Okay, so yes, Discord things. Okay, where am I? I'm like scatterbrained today. Okay, let's go ahead and answer these questions here. Waistcoats, how old is your hat? This hat is officially it's a year old, a little over a year old. But I got this several years ago because the original hat, for those who don't know, was ripped to shreds, torn up. That was retired after 10 years. So in January of last year, actually, was when it got retired. And then I started wearing this one, which is basically the backup for it. So after 10 years, I presume this one will be retired, and then I can go to the other backup that I have. Because I do have one more. I have one more in this style, and then after that, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Anyway. Thoughts on Devil May Cry 5? Haven't gotten it. I can't say yet because I don't really intend on getting it. So everybody shame the Hatman, shame. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. But yeah, there's a lot. Just got here. Where and how is Micah from Audis Whisper? Micah is having a migraine, probably because Captain Marvel has taken that much brain power, and that's what's going on there. Off the top of your head, what do you think topics would have been this week for politics? The anti-Semitism remarks from Ilhan Omar probably would have been the lead there. Aside from that, God, I don't know. Usually what I do is like I'll just check through anything that got pushed to me by multiple news outlets. There's not like a whole lot, you know. Anti-Semitism fight, of course, that's exactly what I said. Oh, CNN's apparently getting sued for more than $250 million over the attacks on the Covington High School kids. We might have done that one too, just because Washington Post actually like edited one of their articles after the fact to say, yeah, actually we kind of screwed up completely with this. So yeah, you kind of get what you deserve there. But I have no idea. I have no idea. Micah would have probably suggested some different things too. So it's sort of a in between for both of us. Sorry about my For Honor question. It turns out it only unlocks one area of the effects, and since the one I bought was in the later sections, it gave me a false impression. Sorry. Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Let's see. Have you a variety of hat styles? No. I have this and another one like it that are left. I have other ones technically. Before I got the replacement, the Hat 2s, and yes, that's where I got the name from, the Hat 2, because this is the second of the Nintendo hats, or the hats that I was known for wearing, this second iteration. I did have the Hat 3 and 4 and 5. They're all sitting on my wall, but I've never worn them, any of them. So I don't know. But no, I intend on this one because this style is what I'm most known for. It would look weird if I did not wear. I mean, like even just without a hat, like does this not look kind of off to you guys? Yeah, I'll spare the rest of you. Let's see. Do you think SJW are the devil or Nazi? I think they're more communist than anything else, but whatever. Have you watched JoJo yet? If not, you will be shamed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. Hatman, would you like to live in the Kingdom Hearts universe? No, I don't like those games. Explain this Omar lady. I knew nothing about her, save that she hated Israel, apparently. Okay, so Ilhan Omar has gotten in trouble for some anti-Semitic remarks. She basically said that the Israel lobby was the only reason why people actually gave a shit about the nation of Israel in Congress, and the only reason why members were so up in arms over anti-Semitism and stuff. But it turns out she's either a member of or she follows a bunch of like pro-Palestinian organizations. And by pro-Palestinian organizations, I mean the ones that are like the Jews are evil rats and demons and stuff like that. They're demons. They're freaking demons. You know, shit like that. But yeah, she got in trouble for it, needless to say, and now everyone is raising hell and saying that there's a resolution that they're going to pass in Congress decrying anti-Semitism, which was directly targeted at her. And then the Democrats kind of like fucked around and made it to where, oh, actually, this is all forms of bigotry that we're denouncing. So what the fuck ever? I don't know. But no, she's one of the crop. Ilan Omar, Ocasio-Cortez, and Rashida Tlaib, I think is how you pronounce her name. They're sort of in the same circle of the progressive or Justice Democrats. So it's not that surprising, to be perfectly honest. But I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do? What about the AOC corruption scandal? I think we touched on that a little bit in the overflow, or maybe it was last week on the podcast. Anyway, no, that I'm not surprised, to be perfectly honest. As soon as the news came out that she had gotten her boyfriend a fucking congressional email under the guise of actually he is her spouse. Oh my God, no, no. Turns out she's just as swampy as the rest of them. But then again, who was surprised? Any thoughts about the R. Kelly situation? Long fucking overdue. Boondocks called it like what, over a decade ago? And even fucking even fucking JonTron, when he was on Game Grumps, fucking called it. Oh my God. Captain Marvel beamed migraine beams into any conservatives in your hat protected you. Well, real talk. The first hat, the old hat, that was this style, the one that's old and busted, I actually wore through high school. And all of my teachers and, yeah, just teachers really, called it my power. Because I was, for some reason, always off if I didn't have it with me, for whatever reason. So maybe there's some truth there. Oh man. Okay, let's see. I get a Koopa shell hat if I were you hat. I don't know. And again, Koopa's Revenge Home. I think you're a little biased. Just a bit. I look normal. I look normal, really? Oh yeah, Louis Farrakhan. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are staunch defenders of Louis Farrakhan that turns out that they're total assholes. I wonder why. Have I ever played any trading games? You mean trading card games? Jack Maverick, get back to me on that. You mean trading card games? Hardboiled Entertainment. I need to start like listing names out here. Amy Adams' green low-cut dress at the Oscars after party proves she is the perfect tryst for Henry Cavill's girl. I say Eva Green's the perfect Yennefer. What say you? I'll take Amy Adams in just about anything. I don't know about Triss Marigold though. That's the only thing. I'll take her, to be honest, because then again, like I can't be too choosy. Mr. Who, why does people seem suspicious when they don't want to talk about the Zionist? What? I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about. How come you don't like Kingdom Hearts? So the first one I think is an objectively bad game. I bought a PS2 just to play it, and I didn't like it. In fact, I kind of hated it. I begrudgingly pushed myself to finish the game because I thought, okay, well, maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll get... No, it didn't get better. It didn't get better. Platforming was fucking stupid because the jumps were too damn floaty. Who in the hell thought the fucking menu controls during fights, combat, whatever you want to call it, were acceptable at all. No, that's bullshit. And on top of that, flying controls. So basically, two worlds, Neverland and Atlantica, are borderline unfucking playable. And on top of that, you have how many boss fights with those controls? Ursula, Chernobog, one of the forms of Ansem was like that. I think there was another boss too. And I'm not going to count the what was it? The Clock Tower Phantom, because he's optional. But yeah, multiple boss fights. I'll just leave it at that. Multiple boss fights with those controls. Fuck that. Just honestly, fuck that. That is no, fuck it. And then I tried playing Kingdom Hearts 2, and the Roxas stuff just turned me off completely. Like after an hour, I was like, you know what, I'm done. And everyone keeps telling me Kingdom Hearts 2 is so much better. Just it fixes a lot of the problems of Kingdom Hearts 1. Sorry, you had your chance, you blew it. Just like my best friend has told me, oh, you need to play the remix version of Kingdom Hearts 1, you know, the HD version. It fixes a lot of the stuff that was wrong, a lot of your complaints. Fuck it. No, it had its chance and it blew it. It fucking blew it. I don't care. I have no interest in coming back to Kingdom Hearts, period. The only good thing, the only thing that I really absolutely enjoyed and will continue to enjoy about Kingdom Hearts is the music. The music is phenomenal. One of the best gaming soundtracks, if not best soundtracks of all time. Phenomenal. But aside from that, can't do it. Can't do it. Okay, Hardboiled Entertainment. So the head of Warner Brothers got Me Too'd. Good riddance. His meddling helped ruin Justice League. Really? He did? Wow. Interesting. Yeah, trading card games. Okay. Yes, I play Magic. Off and on. I'm kind of not even kind of. I'm really disappointed with some of the decisions, business-wise and community-wise, that WotC has made recently, and that's kind of turned me off from Magic. I've not bought any new Magic products since Rivals of Ixalan came out, and that was a few sets ago. But yeah, especially after the whole Ultimate Masters thing. The Ultimate Masters thing just really turned me the fuck off. Like, no, fuck that. It's like they blow up the MSRP, and then a few months later, they abolish MSRP for all products. Something's going wrong. Something's fucked up. I ain't having that shit. So, I don't know. My friend's been trying to get me into playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, and I'm tempted to. I still remember how to play it. I play Duel Links on my phone sometimes, but aside from that, like it's a lot for me to but for I play EDH for the most part, or Commander, whatever you want. Excuse me, whatever you want to call it. I used to play Modern. I don't play Modern anymore because I don't like Modern anymore. I never liked Standard at all. I don't have the money to play any Legacy or, God forbid, Vintage. So, yeah. All right. Amy can play Triss. Okay. Well, I'm not judging on acting talent. I'm getting more about the aesthetics than anything else. But that's why I said, I can't be really, really picky with this. Have you ever watched Dirty Harry? Years ago when it was on TV, so I watched the watered down version. I still need to give names anyway. Audis Whisper. So will questions that don't get answered here be on Overflow? Yes. If you asked an entertainment question for the Overflow on the last podcast, you don't get an entertainment question for this one. Everybody gets one. But politics questions, I will take them for Overflow. If you didn't get an entertainment question in on yesterday's stream, you can get it in today. So yes, questions that I don't get to will go to Overflow. You will get them. And I'll of course say, okay, tag Bringbox when you want your Overflow questions done, and we'll, just like usual. Okay, let's see. Thoughts on the Ilhan Omar rant on Obama? I thought it was kind of great. I'm not aware of it. I'm not aware of it. I didn't know she ranted on Obama. Mr. Who, why does NAMBLA exist when there are plenty of pedos who came from France all the way up of South America? We could even say Lolly could bring more of the pedo in Japan. Okay, that's hard for me to comprehend. NAMBLA exists because NAMBLA fucking exists, and people are stupid. Although I think they're kind of getting phased out for the whole map thing, the minor attracted person, which is also bullshit, verifiable bullshit. Although props to the LGBT community for the most part not putting up with that shit either. It's kind of funny how now they're sort of moving to the free speech people to try and cozy up with them, but you know, whatever. Let's see. Brian Gilmartin, this is pretty much how I feel about Dynasty Warriors 9. It had its chance, blow it, no amount of patching can redeem it in my eyes. Yeah. Yeah. Swordsman 100. Seriously, Roxas was the thing that turned you off. The prologue is amazing and it makes you feel guilty for wanting to play as Sora. I didn't like it at all. I did not like it at all. It didn't feel like it was moving anywhere. That's the thing. It just was so sluggish. So I couldn't do it. Koopa's Revenge Home. Yu-Gi-Oh! I would not recommend now. It's got more rules than North Korea. Yeah, I saw the new board state, and like how apparently you need link monsters to summon anything from extra deck. Okay, I'll tell you how long it's been since I played Yu-Gi-Oh! It was still the fusion deck. That's how long it's been. Yeah. By the way, anyone, if you want to get a question in, actually tag it with @Micah and the Hatman, because that's what's showing up for me. You know, it's got the little orange thingies that show up. Do I want to shield my Streamlabs? I don't feel it. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right because this is the Micah and the Hatman channel, so I should put that Streamlabs, but I don't have access to it, so I can't pull questions from it. God, I'm sorry my camera quality is so bad. I can't believe it. I think you guys will be flooded with overflows. Probably, yeah. Brian Gilmartin, have you ever been a fan of Ninja Turtles, and what are your thoughts on the newest series? I've never been huge on Ninja Turtles, unfortunately. New series, I don't know anything about whatsoever. I watched a bit of the one from the 80s, and then a bit of the, what was like 2004, 2005 reboot, where they sort of did the edgy thing, but it wasn't like over the top edgy like the fucking Lunatics Unleashed thing, if you guys remember that shit. But yeah. Let's see. Audis Whisperer, she called Obama a drone-loving imperialist. Well, she's not wrong, actually. She's not wrong. Audis Whisperer also asks, you and Louis Laveau should have a discussion on Gamergate. You guys have different views on how it failed and would be a good back and forth. Get him on sometime. I don't know who he is. Okay, so real talk. There's been a bunch of people who've asked me to talk about or debate over what happened during Gamergate, why I think it failed, you know, or what happened, did it accomplish its mission, shit like that. To be honest, I'm not really super interested in talking about it very much, especially not in like a really deep discussion format. I can do it some, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. If you're a dinosaur, try wrapping your head around pendulum summoning. Oh yeah, no, I tried to figure out how to pendulum summon, and good God, it's. Why can't we get a good movie with a female lead and not one big shit fest? You had one this year, Alita Battle Angel. You got it. Hardware Entertainment, the WB CEO imposed a 2 hours even mandate on Justice League, leading Joss Whedon to reshoot much more of the movie than he planned to, and leaving no time to finish VFX. I can understand that in like a Zack Snyder. I swear to God, every single like director's cut of one of his movies ends up being 3 hours long. So I can understand that, but at the same time, like, no, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I feel when you finally make it to a stream but don't have any questions, lol. Well, you might find something later. Gojira 387, Muslims protest LGBT curriculum in schools. Leftists might cave. Christians protest. They are so filled with hate. Your 2 cents. I actually saw in the UK, they actually got a mandatory LGBT curriculum taken down. Like, they're not doing that now because something like 400 Muslim parents protested. Holy shit. Well, where's your liberal democracy now? It's not bending over backwards for people based on their rank on the progressive stack. Like, seriously, fuck that shit. Fuck them. You know, this is where the fucking button would be. Thoughts on Legion of Superheroes? I have no idea what you're talking about, Matchstick. Koopa's Revenge Home. What about streaming with V? Would you ever do that? When he had his old Twitter account, he followed me. I have no objections. I know V some, not enough, but yeah, I don't have any objections for him. Hardball Entertainment says Omar also said Obama was a pretty face who used that to cover up his being a murderer. She's recently said it was taken out of context, but the audio says otherwise. Well, like I said, I think it was on Overflow because we were talking about the top presidents or our top presidential choices. Obama expanded or continued a lot of Bush era policies. And Bush's foreign policy was not that great. By extension, Obama's foreign policy was not that great. So, yeah, he really did use his charm and public appeal to cover up, you know, continuations of a lot of shit. So, yeah, people give him way more credit than he deserves for that, pretty much. Red Dragon asks, would you like to live in the high school TST universe? Oh, God, tits everywhere, man. Tits everywhere. Audis Whisper asks, Louis Laveau is pals with Sargon, does political pop culture rants, but I think he might be done with gaming because he thinks the Western industry is going down the drain. Well, he's not wrong in that regard. It kind of is. You know, it's up its own ass in progressivism, and that's what's killing it, really. Innovation that comes through indie games is being stifled because it's almost like in order to release an indie game, you have to have some kind of excuse me, some kind of diversity statement in there. I don't know. Bullshit. All right. Let's see. Audis Whisperer says, yeah, the Muslim mums actually got that program scrapped. Isn't multiculturalism great? It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Koopa's Revenge Home. V has literally everyone on, even Ethan Van Sciver and Comic Book Pro's Secrets. They're the same person. That's EVS. That's Uncle Ethan. All you have to do is ask. He's a very friendly gypsy. I mean, he knows who I am, obviously. What happened to Micah? Okay, so I'll say this again. Micah had a migraine, probably still has a migraine. If he has his migraines like I do, they're like day-long things, and they suck, and they're horrible. So that's why he is not here, which means Politics as We Know It podcast is canceled for this week. We'll be doing it at the normal time next weekend, but we are doing Overflow also. And I'll be taking Overflow questions at the end. Waistcoats asks, from 1 to 10, what's your excitement level for Detective Pikachu? 10. 10 out of 10. Real talk, I think this is going to have the same effect that Pokemon the first movie had. All of those children that are now grown that were there for Pokemon the first movie are going to be there for Detective Pikachu. It's going to be fucking insane. He was replaced by Scarlet Hatman. Oh my god. Matchstick says, Legion of Superheroes are a DC team in the 31st century. They often had a time-traveling teenage Superman, had members like Lightning Lad, Cosmic Boy, and Saturn Girl. Hold on. Was that the one? Was that the one where there? It's a famous cover where it's like 3 of them rejecting. I think it's Superboy and saying his powers are just too ordinary. Hang on. To the Googles. Yeah, Legion of Superheroes. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So that's literally all I know them from that cover. That's it. Oh well. That's what you get. God, I'm just gonna go through these quick. I'm just gonna have to skip names because there's a lot, and yeah, there's a lot coming through. How do USA get Obama again when he really sucks as a president the first time? You're not going to get Obama again. He's got term limits, so he can't run again. Top presidents in polls tend to be Lincoln, Washington, Lincoln twice. Wow. Kennedy, Reagan, and FDR. So yeah, Teddy Roosevelt's up there too. Eisenhower's up there too. Harry Truman is up there for some reason. Lyndon Johnson is up there for some reason. So, yeah. Washington is my number 1 overall. Thoughts on Star Trek Discovery? It's rubbish. I've never really cared for Star Trek that much. Never could get into it. What's your anticipation level for Shazam? You mean the real Captain Marvel or the original Captain Marvel? Hey, yeah, I'm totally down for that. I'm totally down for it. It looks hilarious. Did you hear about the shot-for-shot 3D CGI remake of Mewtwo Strikes Back? Yes, I saw the trailer for that, actually. I'm not sure I'm on board with it, to be honest with you. Just because, like, all the Pokemon look good, but the main cast, like Ash, Misty, and Brock, look weird. They look weird. I don't know. Thoughts on Captain Marvel reportedly making 150 million. I think for that. Let me check Box Office Mojo. Let's see. Worldwide gross right now estimated at 188 million worldwide. Domestic, as of yesterday, estimated is 61 million. Of course, today's Saturday, so you don't know. But that says it's Marvel's 7th biggest opening. That's funny. So I'm going to just read these headlines for you. Captain Marvel is here to save the 2019 box office, CNN 6 hours ago. Captain Marvel box office poised to smash initial estimates, CBR 6 hours ago. 7 hours ago, Variety, Captain Marvel box office, Brie Larson Marvel pick heads to $155 million opening. Forbes, Captain Marvel superhero fatigues to record $61 million Friday. Captain Marvel soars to Marvel's seventh biggest opening ever. Entertainment Weekly. Captain Marvel is kicking the box office's ass. The AV Club. um, Deadline: Captain Marvel tramples internet trolls and skyrockets to $160 million opening. Anyone else feel like this? They're kind of playing defense on this one. Oh my god. Anyway, thoughts on the creator of Sonic not being too impressed with live action design? Who is, to be honest? Thank goodness Woodrow Wilson was not on there. Yeah, Wilson was kind of, well, Wilson was a better president than expected, if only because he had the foresight to not get into the League of Nations. Oh man. Thoughts on Trump supporters dropping their favor with him and supporting Andrew Yang instead? I have no idea why. Andrew Yang is an advocate for universal basic income. That's like one of his major policy points. That's something that Trump supporters are totally against. That is quite literally wealth redistribution. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Thoughts on Robson documentary? I'm not huge on documentaries. I don't really watch them that much. We know Micah is a metalhead. What are your musical tastes, Hatman? If it was made in the 70s or 80s, or at least has that sort of sound, I will like it. My favorite band is the Proto Men. Do you draw at all? I have 2 original female characters I shared once on my Facebook page. I used to. Years and years ago, I used to. But I don't really anymore. So, unfortunate. I predict after this opening weekend, Captain Marvel will get weaker and weaker at the box office. It may even perform worse than Justice League. I don't know if it'll do that. But I think it will get weaker. I think word of mouth is going to spread, and it'll be like, whatever. Considering the push for Captain Marvel to be the future of the MCU, how much do you think she'll be in Endgame? I don't think she's going to play a massive role in Endgame, but I think it's going to be a key role. Like something about her getting her powers from the Tesseract, I think, is going to be important for Endgame. Like they're going to use that to try and like either make their own Infinity Stones or, find a way to make a new Infinity Gauntlet or something. Do I think she's going to deliver the final blow to Thanos? No, I don't think so. I don't think Thanos is going to die, to be honest with you. I don't think he will. But I think it'll end off with her taking over, because Marvel has basically said, yeah, Captain Marvel is where the franchise is headed, which I think is stupid, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's literally like promoting someone who had only been in the company for like 2 months, as opposed to some of the people that have been there for years, to like an executive position. Is bullshit. Is bullshit. I have a question, actually, for you guys. You who have seen Captain Marvel, do you think Carol Danvers changed at all over the course of the movie? And I mean, like, actually, like, had some sort of, like, epiphany or overcame, like, some personal flaws? Because the obvious answer is, well, she got her memories back and she became like the Carol Veers hybrid thing, whatever the hell that is. But did she like really accomplish anything? Or was she just sort of dropped in, save the day? Actually, somebody wrote this. And I can't help but, because I screen capped it. Nothing in this movie is earned, is what they said. She appears out of nowhere, is supposedly more powerful than any of the other Avengers, and has too many retconned, or the movie also has too many retcon plot McMuffin points forced to fit in with a continuation that doesn't support them. which I'm guessing is trying to make her more important than she actually is. I mean, technically, Captain America isn't the first Avenger anymore. Anyway, the worst aspect of it all is that we have a 10-year buildup with the other Avengers to have her appear and seemingly take the credit and glory for those 10 years. This movie should be called Captain Shoehorn. That's honestly like my feelings with this. She earned nothing. Nothing was earned. It was given to her. Let's see. On that topic, I'm gonna find some Captain Marvel stuff for that topic, just so we can stick on it. Do you think Marvel will replace Brie and make Monica Captain Marvel? I think they're sort of hinting at it, or at least if Monica Rambeau is not going to be Captain Marvel, she'll be Photon. The final blow will be delivered by either Nebula or Drax. Almost certainly Nebula. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I mean, that's a callback to Infinity Gauntlet anyway. Don't know, don't care, ain't seen it, despise the character. She's always been awful. I don't blame y'all. If Shazam beat Captain Marvel in the box office, would the Marvel title be given to DC Comics? No, it wouldn't. There's an interesting story about the copyrights regarding Captain Marvel and Marvel's Captain Marvel. Look that up sometime if you want to see some crazy fucked up nonsense. Oh, so she's Charlotte Flair. Holy shit, that's incredible. Yes, that's exactly who she is. She's fucking Charlotte Flair. Okay, let's go back to the other questions. Thoughts on Leaving Neverland and if Michael Jackson is actually guilty? I haven't seen Leaving Neverland. I really don't care to. I don't think Michael Jackson is guilty. I don't. There's been a fuck ton of shit surrounding him, and it almost always gets debunked. And it's probably because he lived a really kind of weird adult life, but then again, he was fucked up mentally, and that's, you know, his dad basically beat him into turning a profit for the family. So naturally that'll fuck up any child. So I sort of get that, but people also like to try and exploit the rich and famous too, especially for someone with a really, really kind of, I guess I could say, almost unsettling lifestyle like Michael Jackson. So I understand how it can be believed, but I don't believe it. I don't. Favorite Protoman song? Mine is Light Up the Night. Light Up the Night's a good one. Breaking Out, I really like. Will of One, that's like the one song that is on my run. That's like the first song on my run mix playlist. If I'm ever hitting the treadmill, that's the first song I listen to. I always like The Stand. I always like the Sons of Fate. And God, what's the new one that the new Act 3 song that was on the LP they released a couple years back? Not This City Made Us, but the other one. Hold Back the Night. I like that one too. It's also kind of funny how that one became like a Trump music video. I don't know how or why, but it did. And the Protos are not exactly happy with it either. If you could have a job as a games journalist, would you take it? I did have a job as a games journalist once. It just didn't pay very well. That's the thing. And I had to take another job that I really hated for, you know, being able to pay the fucking bills. If I could do it and it paid well enough that I could like just go with it for the rest of my life, I'd do it. But at the same time, it was, you know, the pay structure just didn't work out, and it sucks because I really enjoyed it. I like writing. I like writing. Let's see. Michael Jackson had a Peter Pan complex. Yeah. If Michael Jackson was a pedophile, why the hell didn't he molest every pedophile's wet dream, Macaulay Culkin? And why wouldn't his ex-wife who danced on his grave say anything? Yeah, it's interesting that she was like one of the most staunch supporters of him during all those accusations. So who's Charlotte Flair? Ric Flair's daughter, who basically got pushed by Vince McMahon in the WWE as like the new central figure for women's wrestling. She got pushed over Becky Lynch. Everybody was all over Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch was intended to be a heel, and then everyone just fell in love with her. So yeah, it's almost like a what you call it situation. Fuck it. I don't remember names. Which president could Micah take on in a fight? Not Teddy Roosevelt, I'll tell you that much. Teddy Roosevelt can knock out any motherfucker. Is there any way to course correct Captain Marvel does the MCU continuity in future MCU movies? No. Unless there's some time travel shenanigans, no. Thoughts on the Joe Rogan, Tim Pool, Jack Dorsey, Twitter Lady podcast? I've only seen highlights of it. I don't watch all the Joe Rogan shows all the way through, but Tim Pool fucking laid into them. Holy shit. I'm proud. I'm very proud of him. Thoughts on the producers of The Simpsons who decided to remove their Michael Jackson episode from circulation? Listen and believe culture is a joke. Yeah, and there's radio stations that are pulling his music too. It's funny how like one documentary comes out and all of a sudden everyone's losing their shit. But I don't know. I think it's nonsense. Would you agree that Secret Wars 2015 was the last great Marvel Comics storyline? Yeah, I would say so. So much to the point where you could, and I've been saying this for a while now, if you wanted to bring in the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and all that shit without having to recast anybody or to just recast people and skip origin stories, make your next major event Secret Wars. That's for you, Feige. That's for you. Have you ever read The Savage Tales of Solomon Kane? No, I have not. Lisa Marie Presley ousted her pedo boyfriend. She ain't covering for Michael, and she's had issues with him in the past. Yeah. Yep. Hatman and Micah don't read any fiction but comics, apparently. Even I'm limited on that one. Okay, so it looks like I'm caught up. So I want to share something with you guys. I want to share something that some of you have seen on my Twitter, but since we're all together, it's just you and me. I want to share this with you. Something that I found at Walmart. It's called The Trump Prophecy. I kind of hate that I did not go back and buy it, but it is a movie called The Trump Prophecy. I'll put a link in I'll put a link in the chat for it. So here's a summary of the movie. Based on actual events, the story surrounds a fireman and public servant, Mark Taylor, who heard a special message from God about change in our nation. When Mary Colbert, a networker and connector of Christian ministries, heard Mark's message, she felt called to start a national prayer movement, which grew to thousands of people across our nation praying together for the leadership of America and a return to the godly principles we're founded upon. The Trump Prophecy tells the story of Mark Taylor and Mary Colbert through their Through the election of 2016, followed by a reflective time hearing from leaders in various sectors of faith, business, finance, military, and world affairs who respond with their perspective on what it takes to make America great again. Everything changes when he experiences a dream telling him that Donald Trump will be the next president. This is an actual movie. This is a movie that exists. And no, they don't have TDS. This is a pro-Trump. This is a pro-Trump Christian movie. Why? Why? I don't get it. This is I don't understand it. I am very, very tempted to go and buy it. If only to review it. If one of you guys wants to, okay, let me do this. Let me do this. I will shill the Streamlabs. My personal one. I need to name a price. I need to name a price for it. I will buy. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Okay, the DVD is $10 on Amazon. I'll do it for $20 if combined. Like, one person doesn't have to donate it. If you guys want me to actually review this and do a video on it, I'll do a solo video on it if I have to. $20 will be my asking price. I will whore myself out for this movie. $1 million? I don't think so. On this channel, yes, I will do it on this channel. I will do it on this channel. I don't get what's throwing you about it. I'll be honest. It's the fact that, like, this is so. I cannot believe this exists. Like, of all the, like, faith-based movies that are out there, I cannot believe there is one about Donald Trump. I can't believe there's one about Donald Trump that's listed as, like, a prophetic thing too. That's what makes it crazy. That's what makes it crazy. So I don't know, man. I don't know. $10 is nothing for this MAGA film. Oh my God. Okay, servant of God, ponies up 10. Here's half. Okay, we've got enough to buy the DVD. We've got enough. Oh yeah, but no, I could not believe it when I saw it. I could not believe it. Like, of all the movies that I have seen, I did not expect anything like that. I'm kind of tempted to go find, like, an Obama prophecy movie. Oh God. That Fireman's Prophecy was actually an actual thing I heard about last year, believe it or not. Yeah, I think he's got a book out too, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's a thing. Like, it's apparently, yeah, a real deal. But making a movie about it, I don't know. Are we certain Hillary Clinton wasn't Satan or Lilith in disguise? It might explain some. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh, that'd be funny. That. Oh man. All right. So it's 5 minutes till 7 o'clock my time. I'll extend this out a little bit more since this is, you know, a chill out. a chill out stream. So I'll let's see where this takes us at 7:30. Let's do 30 more minutes for this. The movie is based on the book. Okay, well that makes sense, I suppose. The question is, was it an actual thing in 2011, or is this Trump prophecy and after the fact retcon? I don't know. It seems kind of weird that this would happen in 2011 when you had Mitt Romney running in 2012. But then again, wasn't Donald Trump kind of mulling around the idea of running for president back then? Bet you can find one of Obama. Just look for the "We Was Kang's" ground. Trump deep lore. I'm serious. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. $10. $10 has already been put up. So that's the bet. So $10 more. I will review this thing. I will do it. The whole thing sounds funny, but also kind of cringy. Trump dropped out early in 2012. I mean, did he actually like have a campaign? I think he was just mulling it around or something. I think Trump has been planning to run for over a decade. Probably. I don't know. I don't know. I know there was an episode of Oprah where he was on there, like in the early 90s, where she talked about him running for president, and he was like, "Nah, I don't think so. I don't feel compelled to." So anyway, let's see. If you're a Christian, you have to be open to the idea of prophecies. The entire point of several books in the Bible. Yes, but at the same time, it also says beware of false prophets. Then again, if this guy was right, I don't know. He was in the debates, really? I don't remember that. Okay, but yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I thought that was incredible. I'd never seen anything like that before. Never. Okay, so let's see. Now what? I kind of blew my load with that one, I guess. Back to the questions, I suppose. Be wary of strangers bearing strange prophecies on the back of their white vans. Wasn't that the guy who sent all the mail bombs to people? Unrelated, but thoughts on Sword and Shield. I'm getting Shield version because I'm a madman, and also when the Pokemon games are announced, I always like to declare what my allegiance will be like right then. I did that for Sun and Moon. I did it for Black and White. I did it for X and Y. I don't think I did it for Diamond and Pearl because I didn't like really follow all the leaks and everything. Oh, did Servant of God paid for the whole thing? Okay, I'm doing it. Trump was going to run in 2000, but as an independent. Mark Taylor's done interviews on YouTube. Look him up. Okay, then I will do it. Okay, so in my review, I'll do this. I will buy it. I will review the movie, and I will include my thoughts on Mark Taylor's interviews too. So I'm doing it. I've got the book. I'm writing it in the book. I'm serious. I'm writing it down with the tool, whatever. View the Trump prophecy. Look up Mark Taylor interviews. So, some of you guys said that you had heard of this dude before. I'd never heard of him. I'd never heard of him. So, what do y'all think about him? What do y'all think about this Mark Taylor fellow? I don't know what to think, of course. The Trump Oprah interview was 88. Wow, 88? Okay, I thought it was early 90s, but nah, close. Okay, here's one. Favorite non-DC Marvel comic. I reviewed it for the channel, actually. It's Y the Last Man. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. Micah needs to finish it so we can finish our entire review on it. Have you seen Enchanted yet? Like I said, Amy Adams shower scene. I have not. I have not seen it. Favorite DBZ abridged moment? Ooh. Ooh, that's a tough one. Favorite DBZ abridged. So the immediate one that pops into my head, actually there are two. Both are perfect Cell quotes. When he beats Vegeta and he says, you know, KO, I win. Perfect. I love that. I'm sorry. I just love it. And then there's when the Cell Juniors are going after Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and it's like they look back at him like expecting support, and he's like, I ain't no helicopter parent, sink or swim, bitch. Love it. I love it. Perfect Cell had probably the best DBZ abridged. Who do you think will be the next DLC fighter in Smash Ultimate after Joker? Good question. I think it'll be Shantae. Have you guys talked about the AOC comic coming out? No, we have not. And I guess we're going to have to talk about it soon. Oh, man. Actually, by chance, have you watched the Rising of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero anime? It's honestly really great. The main character gets put through hell from the beginning. Somebody paid Micah to watch it. Are you going to have to pay me to watch it too? I swear to God. Oh, man. Servant of God also tossed in another tenor. Also look up Ken Clement. He was also talking about Trump in 2007. I will add it to the list. Okay, will do. Thank you very much, Servant of God. Also, while I'm whoring myself out, I'll go ahead and post the Streamlabs link again. If there's anything else you guys want me to review, go ahead and make your bet. Place your bet. Put in your wager of what? Because somebody donated for Micah to review. What was it? Rising of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero. I'll do it too if you want me to, but of course I can't do it for free. Let's see. Opinions on the Gen 8 starters and the internet's almost unanimous decision, to make the Fem player an angry Scottish lass. Love it. The starters have really good designs. I actually really like them. Although I think Score Bunny is going to be a firefighting type again. I'm a Sobble guy because I usually pick the water starter. I've only deviated main games. I'm not talking about the like sequels or spinoffs or whatever. Main games. I have picked the water starter every time except once, and that was Gen 4 with Turtwig. I liked Torterra more than Empoleon, and I still do. Torterra is fucking cool. I'd wait for more info. We all know. All we know is the region of the starters. There may be a version exclusive in Sword you'd like too much. Well, I catch them all anyway. I've literally got a living Pokedex right now, a completed living dex in Pokemon Bank, which I probably need to pay for again. But anyway, no, like I said, I always pick my games beforehand. If there's an exclusive that I like in another game, either I will trade for it or I will be stupid and shell out for the other game. But I also have not done that since. I've not done that since Gen 3. Gen 3, I actually bought all three. I bought Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So I'm okay with it. But I also, I'm a completionist, so it doesn't matter. As long as breeding is still around. If Trump wanted to be praised like God, we should call MAGA like a religion. Well, there are some people that treat it more like a cult. So, let's see. Two most underrated MCU movies. Underrated. That's interesting. Let me look at a list real quick. Nothing immediately stands out. Actually, no. The first Thor, I think, is really underrated. Especially because the Thor movies, minus Ragnarok, did not do that well. And I really think the first Thor is what a Thor movie should be. It was very Shakespearean. And, considering Kenneth Branagh directed it, a Shakespearean actor, it makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. So I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. The Dark World, on the other hand, not so much. Another underrated one? God, that's hard. I guess my second choice would be Ant-Man. Because Ant-Man doesn't get the same kind of love that it should, I believe. Especially because it's kind of got the black mark on it because Edgar Wright dropped out. But at the same time, I really enjoy it. I like Ant-Man. I thought the humor was great for it. And I think that's the reason why Ant-Man and the Wasp was such a disappointment for me, because it didn't really feel like the first Ant-Man that much. The first Ant-Man is like a comedy heist movie. I really enjoyed it for that. I really did. I thought Michael Douglas was great in that movie too. But yeah, I like Ant-Man. I like Ant-Man. I would have said Doctor Strange, but I think Doctor Strange is still in the upper tiers of the MCU. Though I still say it deserves to be high up there. I think Doctor Strange is really, really good. Okay, I got a notification of a thing. All right, Almighty Lolly tossed in $5. Review Dororo. Am I pronouncing it right? Dororo. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's actually super good. If it's on Amazon Prime, cool. That means I don't have to do much for it. Is it just it's a whole series. Okay. How many episodes is it? It is 9 episodes. And hold on, is it currently airing? Because this says the most recent one was March 3rd, 2019. Okay, I guess I'll just have to catch up then. Interesting. Okay, I'll put it on the list. Thank you very much. Okay. What is the worst Spider-Man comic? And if it's One More Day, I want to hear another terrible one. Ah, damn. Yeah, One More Day was bad. All right. Okay, that's what it was called. Sins Past. Sins Past. I couldn't remember the name of it because I want to expunge as much memory of that as possible. In Sins Past, you find out that Norman Osborn had sex with Gwen Stacy and impregnated Gwen Stacy prior to her death. It's fucking stupid. It is fucking stupid. Who wrote that? Who fucking wrote that? I need to know. Are you shit? That was J. Michael Straczynski? Are you fucking shitting me? Fuck you, JMS. Fuck you. Yeah, Sense Pass is fucking terrible. How much to get Micah to help you? With the Trump prophecy thing? You'd have to ask him. You'd have to ask him if he's gonna do it. Depends for you. For Rising of the Shield Hero, if on your price, just make me an offer. Just make me an offer. I mean, Almighty Lolly literally just tossed in $5 for Dororo, and I said, okay, I'll do it. I need to get through these real quick. I'm way behind. Have you heard of the comic Judas by Jeff Loveness? I highly recommend it. No, I have not. Actually, it sounds familiar, but I don't know of it off my head. How long do you think Marvel will take to tank? They would have to have a string of really, really bad films. Agreed, Thor 1 is the best. I actually found Guardians of the Galaxy 2 okay. It's okay, but literally just okay. Personally, I say Ant-Man and Incredible Hulk. I have not seen Incredible Hulk since it came out, so I don't know. Thoughts on atheists treating SJWs, socialism, communism as a religion? Well, if it's not anti-theism, suppose it have to be something else. If you like 80s music, have you ever tried retrowave or synthwave? It's inspired by John Carpenter, Tangerine Dream, and 80s pop music, among other sources. It's okay. Electronic stuff I used to really enjoy about a decade ago, but lately I'm not big into it. Like Kraftwerk, I used to listen to Kraftwerk a lot back in the day. Do you think there are any MCU movies better than Deadpool, Logan, and Spider-Verse? Yes. Civil War, Winter Soldier, and Infinity War are, if not on par, better. I would say Winter Soldier is probably the best MCU film out of all of them. It's absolutely wonderful. How would you make the Captain Marvel movie? That's a good question. I would first off have Marvel be Walter Lawson Marvel, like the actual Marvel that we know and love. Depending on whether or not it's relevant to Endgame, Carol Danvers would get her powers from Marvel. She would not get from the Tesseract. But if, like I think, it's plot relevant, then you can still leave that in there. But you would also have to explain where the Tesseract came from, who found it. I wouldn't have the Skrulls be the good guys. I would do the Kree-Skrull War and be like, there's only good people on both sides. There's no like one side is good, the other side is bad, like objectively. That way you can set up for secret invasion if need be. Because right now, with the Skrulls as the good guys, we're very unlikely to get Secret Invasion. And Secret Invasion will be a great fucking event movie. That'd be wonderful. Carol Danvers would also be like the big thing. She would have to have some growth. If she is emotional, if emotions get the better of her, then that needs to be shown. She needs to have like emotions get in the way of her acting on her powers. The emotions need to be something of a detriment to her at first. But then being emotional is not bad at all. You can still be a badass and be emotional. You know, sort of comes to terms with it or gets a grip on it. Then that can be like her little arc of self-discovery. You know, she's told emotions are bad, but she finds out, no, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with him at all. You know, shit like that. God, I make Goose entertaining too. Honestly, of those of you who saw Captain Marvel, who liked Goose? Who thought Goose was the coolest movie cat? I thought Goose was fucking boring. Anyway, that's all I know off the top of my head right now. I gotta get through the rest of the questions. Jesus. Guardians 2, Thor 1, and Captain America 1 are most underrated. Again, I have not seen Captain America 1 since it was out in theaters, so I'll have to watch that again. Let's see. Sins Past was shite, but I would put the second Clone Saga up there. Also, don't forget the comic where Spider-Man killed Mary Jane with his sperm. Oh, God. Oh, God. I remember that one. I was actually just talking about that the other day, too. Because I was watching Into the Spider-Verse again, and the part where Peter B. Parker, the alternate universe Peter Parker, says, you know, she wanted kids, and I was hesitant. I was like, yeah, because he knows exactly why. He knows that story. Do you think American comics should adopt some of the practices by manga, such as the writing and illustration being done by a single person or with an assistant? I think writing and illustration should be like a duo effort, I believe. If one person can do all of it, more power to them. But I like the idea of being able to collaborate with two people because creative juices flow better, I think. Keep in mind that was under Fatboy Quesada. What wouldn't Quesada do? I don't have a Twitter. Can you ask him for me? Yeah, I'll ask him. I will ask him. Best meme of 2019 so far. Mr. X gonna give it to you versus Scottish Pokemon trainer. Scottish Pokemon trainer, if only because I'm biased. Now, most overrated MCU films, Ragnarok and Civil War. They're okay, but Civil War is far from the masterpiece everyone says it is. Civil War is one of those movies I can watch over and over again and really not get tired of. Ragnarok, on the other hand, Ragnarok is incredibly overrated. Ragnarok was Guardians of the Galaxy with a Thor skin. It was not original. It was not that great. And on top of that, they tried to throw in the World War Hulk aesthetic or Planet Hulk aesthetic. I'm sorry, not World War Hulk. Planet Hulk aesthetic, and it amounted to basically one fucking scene. It's stupid. Agreed, Winter Soldier is the masterpiece of the MCU. Yes, I agree. Skrulls were the good guys. Are you kidding? Yeah, the Skrulls were legit. That was the twist of Captain Marvel. The Skrulls were the good guys the whole time. Yeah. No Super Skrull, I guess. There's no Super Skrull in there. I mean, there's like a tall Skrull that she fights on the Skrull ship after she gets captured, and this is in the first act, that my initial thought was, oh shit, that's Super Skrull. But he literally gets sucked out of a fucking airlock. So, you know, whatever. I don't fucking know. How bad do you think episode 9 is going to be, and what do you think will come of it failing? I don't know. I think Disney is in full holy fuck mode right now with episode 9, and I think they're going to try and do a lot of damage control with it. If it turns out to be shit, we will probably not have another Star Wars movie for a decade, and they'll probably focus on like the TV series and shit. I think they will wait it out. if, like some people are predicting, they kill off Kylo Ren and they end the Skywalker lineage, and so this is the end of the Skywalker saga, people are going to be fucking pissed. I'll be fucking pissed. The Star Wars movies are the story of the Skywalkers. That's it. You want other shit? You can go to EU. You can go to Expanded Universe. Plenty of stories to be told there. That's fine. But the actual movies themselves, the main series, Skywalker saga. That is the story of the Skywalker family. Don't deviate from that. Pathetic how was trying to make Goose the Cat an actual thing. It's funny that you made thing a proper noun, because I would easily take the thing over Goose. Who would be the funniest person to deal the final hit to Thanos? Ant-Man. Ant-Man. Literally, Ant-Man like gets, he shrinks, gets inside the Infinity Gauntlet, blows up, takes the gauntlet off of Thanos' his hand, and he's like, gotcha, punches him in the face. That'd be funny. Let's see. Manga has that advantage of actually having meritocracy. The work is laborious, but you know the best rise up. Unlike comics that seems to hire mediocre creators out of ideology. Yeah, I agree. How are the Skrulls the good guys? They literally want to conquer the galaxy. It's the Kree. They basically turned the Kree into the Skrulls, and the Skrulls are refugees just looking for a new home planet. It takes that element of Secret Invasion in a way, but without the whole prophecy. But they do say that the Kree destroyed the Skrull homeworld, so you got that. Marvel Comics needs showrunners to keep SJW propagandists in line. Better to fire and blacklist them completely. Sobolski was supposed to be like that, but he fucking didn't. So, oh well. Let's see. Jeez, the hits keep coming. If DC can't build up characters into a Justice League movie, then why should they build up to a Teen Titans movie? What DC needs to do, if they're smart, is just hit the goddamn OG Teen Titans animated series and just continue that. Everybody wants to do it. Literally everyone wants to do it. I mean, you got Teen Titans Go. The whole voice cast is back for that. Do it. Let's find out who Red X was, whatever. Let's find out what the fuck happened to Terra. Let's keep going. Why not? Yeah, you kind of can't do Judas Contract anymore. That's the only thing. I got tired of Civil War the first time, especially with the stupid reason for the final fight. Tony knew Bucky was Manchurian candidate, but I don't care. He killed my mom. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. People trashed Batman v Superman for Martha and were perfectly cool with I don't care, he killed my mom. Okay, real talk. I actually did not hate the whole Martha twist. That's something that actually kind of got me. I was like, holy shit, he's fucking right. Their moms are both named Martha. That's fucking crazy. So I noticed it. I really did not notice it. I thought I actually kind of enjoyed it. So yeah. I quit Star Wars the instant they said J.J. Linsfloor was writing and directing the first episode. He's killed 3 series now: Mission Impossible, Star Trek, and Star Wars. Mission Impossible Fallout was really good. Go watch that. Go watch it. It was solid. It was really solid. So the Skrulls are the good guys because they are a religion of peace if you ignore Secret Invasion and such titles. The way they explained it was that the Skrulls were just looking for a homeworld, and they were somehow at war with the Kree. So they're alluding to the Kree-Skrull War, but they're refugees. But they can shapeshift and stuff. Like they straight up show the Skrulls as like enemy combatants at the beginning. But I don't fucking know. Honestly, it was dumb. I know somewhat of the Skrull, but can you explain what the Kree are to me? You know the Galactic Empire? That, but aliens. And you've also got the Accusers, which are basically like exterminatus, pretty much. That's how they're presented in the movie. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. How do they think the Kree became the Offensor, but in the comic, the Skrulls are just as bad as the USSR spies? I don't fucking know. Honestly, it felt like a twist for the sake of having a twist in the movie. And dare I say, for a commentary on refugees, too. Each series needs a showrunner. Okay, each series needs a showrunner to track and control the established story and history of Captain America, Tony Stark, Thor, Black Widow, etc. and tell writers no. Yeah, I'm kind of in agreement with you. The only problem is, at what point does someone go from a showrunner to actually writing it themselves? I think if you did it like that, comics would have to be more than just a monthly thing. Same thing here with the Martha thing. It blindsided me. Yep. Honestly, while I felt Tony was being an idiot, he was being a very human idiot. The only thing I didn't like was the implication that it set a divide 10 minutes Tony would. Yeah. Sort of like how everyone rags on Peter Quill for, punching Thanos in the face and basically dooming the galaxy and whatnot, or universe, really. Yeah, it's a human reaction, but at the same time, like my mom, we had not really seen any interaction with Tony Stark and his mother except the opening scene of that fucking movie with the whole barf thing. That was the only time we'd seen it. Aside from that, we heard Tony Stark talk about Howard. We saw them sort of interact in Iron Man 2, so we know the feelings there. The fact that he said he killed my mom made it sound like there was still some degree of unfinished business with his dad, even though Iron Man 2 kind of supposedly smoothed that over. I don't fucking know. So I think it would have made a lot more sense if he said, he killed my dad. I think it would have, to be perfectly honest. That would have kind of completed his whole arc also. Oh, also, sorry about this. I'm in top chat. I'm not in live chat. Holy shit. I apologize for that. I probably missed a ton of questions there. Jesus. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna have to start picking and choosing now. And 2 minutes to 7:30. Okay, we'll cut it at 8 o'clock. Another half hour, but then I've got to cut it there. We'll do that. I'll do it for you. Okay. I can't help in having this uneasy feeling that Captain Marvel is going to have negative consequences for the MCU. I think so too. I have a bad feeling about this. I still defend Star-Lord for that because it made sense for the character, considering Peter shot his dad as soon as he said he killed his mom. Yeah, that's my logic for it too. See ya, Swordsman. Thanks for chilling out. Marvel's demonstrated their writers cannot be trusted to research characters they are assigned, especially the ones who are soapboxers looking to push the narrative. Registered trademark. Yeah, pretty much. Especially fucking Ta-Nehisi Coates. My God. I'll say kudos to Tony in Infinity War for trying to get Peter to not make the same mistake that he did. I know somewhat of the Skrull, but can you explain? I think I covered that one, Talon. Speaking of, there's nothing in the Discord. Okay, cool. What do you think episode 9 will do if it tanks? You know, like I said, I think Star Wars movies will go in hiatus for at least a decade. They'll focus on the TV and Disney Plus and whatnot, but I don't think they'll do a movie for a while. Um, it'll be kind of rough too because if Episode 9 really tanks, Disney's entire plan with the sequel trilogy and like integrating it into their parks and stuff is going to be fucked. I mean, no one is going to want to go to Galaxy's Edge and do like the Rise of the Resistance rides and all that shit, knowing what the sequel trilogy ended up becoming. To be perfectly honest, I'm tempted to say that if they know that 9 is unsatisfactory in some way, they could possibly, and this has been sort of tossed around a bit, could possibly just do an episode 10 and then just cut it at 10 episodes. Are you excited for Micah's comic? Which one? Which one? There's a lot. The one that I am most excited for is Inglewood, to be honest. Inglewood is a street level story, and it has a lot of heart behind it. And on top of that, it's got some political commentary too. I think you'll really like it. What I've read so far, I really, really enjoyed. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll really like it. Apparently they say Captain Marvel is the strongest hero, despite my thinking Thor or the Hulk hold that spot. Regardless, will they just have her OP Thanos instead of Plan? I don't fucking know. It doesn't make any sense to just have somebody, super OP pop in there and just save the day and whatnot. I mean, it sounds like some fan fiction to your bullshit. It really does. It sounds like some bullshit fan fiction. If we're moving past superhero movies, is Alita the sign that waifu action movies are the next big trend? Oh man, I kind of hope so. If only, don't tell Micah this, y'all. But if only because I want to see Micah's reaction when he actually goes to see one of these waifu movies and like really, really enjoys it. I want to see his reaction. Oh man. Why is everyone saying the Sonic movie is going to be a train wreck now? We've known for a while Hollywood's favorite socialist scenery chewing schmuck was going to be Eggman. Yeah, have y'all seen the set pictures of Jim Carrey as Eggman? He looked. No, I knew it was going to be garbage back then too. It made no fucking sense. If you could, would you still go to Disneyland nowadays? Hell yes. I've only been to Disneyland once. I've been to Disney World like a ton of times. I know it like the back of my fucking hand at this point. But no, I would definitely go back to Disneyland because I want to ride the fucking Matterhorn again. I love that ride. As a Lifeline's Trek fan, I love what J.J. Abrams did for Star Trek. People who teased me for being a Trekkie came to me and apologized because of J.J.'s first Trek film. I saw the first one and I saw Into Darkness, and they were okay. But then again, I'm not a Star Trek fan, so I don't know. Do you think Disney will sell it back to Lucas if 9 fails? No, I don't. I think George Lucas wants to wash his hands of it, to be honest with you. How much would it cost to hire you as an editor? An editor for what? For the written word? Because that's basically what I do. Talon, let's talk. You know how to reach me. Let's talk. Personally, I have a lot of hope for episode 9 because the great Chris Terrio wrote the screenplay. I don't know who that is. Do I get shamed? Oh, I see it right there. Everyone's shamed the Hatman. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. In case you didn't know, I got the mic sitting over there now. Let's see. What are your thoughts on 40K? We kind of know Micah's ideas, but what about you? Exterminatus. That's that's about all I got. I kind of wanted to play tabletop 40K, but I only know one guy in this area who plays it, and he's kind of hard to get along with. So I don't know. Also, painting miniatures is a pain in the ass. Trust me. How could you even see episode 9 playing out with all the shit established by Last Jedi? What could possibly even happen for a plot? I don't know. I honestly don't know, especially because now the rumor mill is saying that it only takes place a year after The Last Jedi. And we said in our review, episode 9 should have a good time skip, like 5 years at least. I don't know. I think Disney's going to fuck it up. Micah's just in denial. Alita is his number one waifu. Disneyland or Disney World, which do you prefer? Disney World by far. It's much bigger. And also, I know Disneyland has got... Okay, so... Excuse me. Haunted Mansion in Disneyland is better than Disney World's. Space Mountain in Disneyland is better than Disney World's. Matterhorn's great. And I'm trying to think of what else Disneyland did better. I don't remember. Like the classic rides are basically are better, but like Disney World is just bigger. And I have a lot of fun hanging out in Epcot in World Showcase. I really enjoy that. MGM Studios or Hollywood Studios, whatever the hell you want to call it. I call it MGM Studios because I'm that old. I used to really like it, but it's kind of gone downhill since they've removed basically like all the old good shit to replace it with new things. Like I can never get on the Toy Story ride there. What is it? Midway Mania. I can never get on that. They closed down Great Movie Ride, which was a classic. I loved Great Movie Ride for as cheesy and predictable as it was every single time. The script had only changed like what, twice over its entire history. Oh yes, Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean is better than Disney World's by far. Absolutely by far. Well, the only thing I don't like about Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean is that it goes around the Blue Bayou restaurant. It just felt kind of weird. I like the queue for Disney World's Pirates of the Caribbean a lot better. But aside from that, the entire ride, no, Disneyland has got it beat. Got it beat. But yeah, Tower of Terror is still around. Rock and Roller Coaster is still around. The Indiana Jones stunt show is still around. Star Tours is still around, but they've changed that, so it's not Captain Rex from the cockpit. You know, this is probably your first flight, and it's mine too. You know, that's been changed around, but I still like Star Tours for what it is. I don't know. It's like they've just been changing a whole lot around there, and I get it. You know, they want to add more, but at what cost? You know, at what cost? I still wish they would. Fix Animal Kingdom. Going to Animal Kingdom. I still wish they'd fix the Yeti and Expedition Everest. I actually got to see it in full motion when it was like the full Yeti going down, basically trying to beat the fuck out of you. I did get to see that, and that was cool. And I miss it. And I hate Disco Yeti now. But anyway, let's move on. Chris Terrio wrote the Oscar-winning screenplay for Argo. I never saw Argo, which is ironic because the DVD is right here, but I've never watched it. And apparently there's an Ultraviolet redemption code. I think Ultraviolet's fucking gone now. I think they closed down. But yeah, Argo. If anyone wants a bounty on it. Let's see. There are a lot of profits on YouTube these days. Email you some links. Yeah, you know my email. Yeah, go ahead. Feel free. Oh, shit. I've kind of glossed over the rest of Koopa's questions. Have you been to or like Busch Gardens? Never been to Busch Gardens. Universal. I did all of Universal in one day. It was okay for what it was. I got really lucky. There were basically no lines the entire time. Like there were 2 lines, and that was for the Hogwarts ride and the Gringotts ride in the Harry Potter part. Otherwise, basically everything else was a walk-on. I mean, like Incredible Hulk was a walk-on. Dead serious. The only thing I didn't like was the lockers that you had to put all your shit in. That was fucking stupid. But it was okay. I'd go back. And I haven't been to any other Florida parks beyond that. I'll basically be a tourism board for Florida. With how the mouse is doing, they'll take a hard pass. Yeah. Though I still say Dash Rendar is canon. Rendar is canon. I was at Hollywood Studios last year. It's nothing like it once was. It makes me sad. Yeah, I know. Is there any anti-SJWs you aren't a fan of? Oh, that's an interesting question. I'm kind of souring on Jim or Medicare, if only because what he's doing is what I would equate to internet blood sports. Aside from him, there's a couple that I don't really watch that much. It's not that I don't care for them. It's just I don't really watch. Like Armored Skeptic, I don't watch that much. Fucking who else is there? I don't watch any of Ralph's kill streams, of course. I don't fucking know, because I don't even know who the hell is considered an anti-SJW anymore. I love Great Movie Ride. They're keeping the Chinese theater exterior, which implies the ride will still be movie based. It is a Mickey Mouse themed ride. It is a Mickey and Minnie roller coaster ride. And it's supposed to be based on like the classic cartoons. Classic Mickey Mouse cartoons. Been to Universal before Harry Potter. It's a shame they closed Dueling Dragons, last remnants of that era, because some fat bitch complained. Wait, what? They closed Dueling Dragons? Fuck. That's the one ride that I wanted to do that we could not fucking do because something was going on at the time and we never got back around to it. Shit. I hate that. I really, really hate that. I hate that, man. Fuck. Endless Goldmine of memes. Have the prequels finally achieved a respectable place in pop culture? Only for meme quality. Literally only for meme quality. Which is stupid because I still say Revenge of the Sith is really good. Whoever it was that always gets into a fight with me over Revenge of the Sith's quality, now's your chance. But I will always say that movie is solid. Attack of the Clones, if the love story element got patched up, it would be good. I don't think there's any way you can say Phantom Menace, to be honest. I really don't. And it's too hard. Serious parts of the Justice League got our trio written. I wouldn't know. I haven't seen Justice League. Currently writing a fantasy novel. Any recommendations for when it comes to dialogue and hand motions? You know, where someone might make hand motions while talking. I don't really write hand motions that much unless it's like a pointing or through the hands up or something that's like really, really an exaggeration or a big expression, like a big bodily, like this, what I'm doing right now, I would not write. I wouldn't, because how do you really say that? how do you communicate to somebody like you talked with their hands? Because that could mean anything to anyone. If you really want to, you can say, you know, they were animated the entire time, flipping their hands about and whatnot. You can say that. But again, that's going to mean something different for everybody. So unless you're okay with that, I wouldn't do it. As far as dialogue goes, act it out. How I write dialogue is I put myself in the headspace of that character, and then I sort of just act out the scene. You know, do it audibly if you have to. It's, for me, it's really easy to write dialogue in that respect, but for some people, I understand it is tougher. If you want to, send me some of what you're writing, and I'll check it out. Alex@hatman.net, the usual email. I'll give it a look. Fuck the canon. I'm sure Legends has its issues, but I vastly preferred that to the mouse's attempt at storytelling. Yuuzhan Vong War, though. Then again, what was the cost of erasing that? The anti-SJWs I don't like are Top Hats and Champagne, Chris Ray Gun, Shoe on Head, Hi, Think I'm Real, and Armored Sasquatch. I still like Shoe on Head. I think she's okay, if a little kind of over the top in some places, but I think she's all right. Who is the best monster girl? Saria. Saria is best monster girl. Oh, throw Bunty King in there. What happened to Bunty King? I thought he was okay. Maybe Defunctland will put a video on it and put it in his VR park. Oh man, I love Defunctland. Yeah, shameless plug. Defunctland, go check him out. And was it Theme Park Ride History or Theme Park History or something? Check them out. They're really awesome. Watch, just as like a way to whet your appetite, watch the videos on the extraterrestrial alien encounter. That's a really good it's a really good retrospective of it. I missed that ride. I really do miss that ride. I rode it as a kid and I fucking loved it. So really, it's not a ride, but attraction, whatever. The man gesticulated excitedly as he explained the process. Yeah, you know, something like that. That's a good one. Yep, I call it Revenge of the Idiot plot. It's got the worst dialogue in the entire franchise. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Well, you are lost. No. The worst dialogue has got to be episode 2. The entire romantic subplot, the romance thing. I'll give you this one. When Anakin is fucking around with the Force, like when he cut the pear or fruit or whatever and gave it to Padme, and he's like, if Master Obi-Wan caught me doing this, he would be extremely grumpy. What the fuck kind of line is that? That makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense. So, no, I still say episode 2 had some of the worst dialogue, but that was because George Lucas can't write a goddamn romance. He can't. And he admitted it too, so. How to say Phantom Menace. Shorten the pod races, show us Jedi training, and make it clear the Jedi had to take Anakin, and you don't have to include midichlorians. Someone had, like, their idea of what the prequel should have been, and it was basically make episode 2 episode 1. Yeah. Thoughts on Sargon continuing to insist that Starship Troopers is the ultimate liberal meritocracy? I don't know. I need to watch Starship Troopers again. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I find Shu to be incredibly disingenuous and two-faced. Well, don't meet your heroes. Don't meet your heroes. Continue the chapter 1 draft, but I have to work on the world building right now, so it's not polished. Yeah, it's fine. Just send it to me. Trust me, you will not be the worst thing I have read. One of the worst things I have read was, keep in mind, I got a degree in creative writing alongside my English degree too. One of the upper level creative writing classes, and a girl turned in a story about like a haunted house and ghosts and stuff. That, at least I think it was about that, because I don't know what happened throughout the course of the story. It was incredibly difficult to read. The grammar was all over the place. Honestly, it felt like somebody trying to write a horror film when English was their second language, or possibly even their third or fourth language. They were not a native, like mediocre at English, trying to write that. So that's the best way I can describe it. It was terrible. And when we all got into class, and the first thing that we're supposed to lead off with is, what was good about this story? Nobody spoke for like a full 2 minutes. Nobody knew what to say. We had no fucking idea. I mean, treating that with like kid gloves was incredibly difficult. Nobody liked it. Everybody knew it was garbage. But yeah, that was the thing. Where do we go? Rob Plays is good too, but he's basically only Disney. I'm not familiar with Rob Plays, but I'll check him out. I didn't hate the Yuuzhan Vong that much. Could they have been done better? Yes. Get rid of their bullshit thing with them being outside of the Force. See, I think Yuuzhan Vong, the only reason that they existed was because of power creep. Oh, hey, Mike is alive. Sweet. What's up, man? Yeah, got about 10 minutes before I got to close this thing out. But yeah, the Vong was because power creep happened. I mean, the whole outside the Force, they can't be detected by the Force. All of their fucking technology is organic based. Like, it's so out there for Star Wars, especially. You're like, what in the holy hell is this? But it's because power creep. Because up to that point, like, what real challenges were there that were not named Palpatine? Is fucking weird. But I don't fucking know. I didn't like him. They killed Chewbacca with a moon. She was never my hero. Not the movie Starship Troopers, the book. They shared character names and little else. Okay. I've never read the book, so I wouldn't know. Thoughts on Rotten Tomatoes fudging with the audience score for Captain Marvel? It was 52%. Now it's back down to 36, 37%. They got to protect the narrative. They got to protect it. It's bullshit, but yeah, they got to protect it. Micah, if you're here, I got paid to review a movie called The Trump Prophecy. Do you want to review this with me? And if so, what is your price for it? I'm already doing it. I said $20 for it. I'm doing it. You read the first draft of Gone Home. Oh, wow. I actually played Gone Home. Gone Home was, yeah, never again. Favorite episode of Batman the Animated Series? I think I said Heart of Ice was my favorite. And I think I'm going to stick with that. I think I'm going to stick with Heart of Ice. Just because of what it did for Mr. Freeze. Totally transformed his character. Yeah, Chewie died, but dying from a moon is pretty epic. Yeah, true, but still. Ben Kenobi said the Force is generated by all living things, so organic technology would light up like a neon sign. Yeah, you'd think that, but I'm not even going to answer you, Hardboiled Entertainment. Growl. I will take Chewie's death over Han's death and Luke's character assassination plus death. I don't know. I like Chewbacca a lot. The idea that the Jedi could not detect Palpatine as a Sith Lord never made sense to me. Yeah. I know. Star Wars has always had a push-pull relationship with Force users. On one hand, they can't make them die too easy, or they cease being relevant, but too much, and the number of threats is limited. Yeah, you're not wrong. What are your thoughts on Marvel going more woke within talking about how the Eternals having an openly gay character? Get woke, go broke. That's all I got to say about that. Favorite ice villain? Mine is Captain Cold. Would be Mr. Freeze, but he's a one-trick pony. I've never really been huge on Captain Cold, though. To be honest, he was a pretty good presence in Injustice. I always like Mr. Freeze, to be honest. I do. What hero would you like to see in the MCU? Howard the Duck. I mean that unironically. And I know they're doing a series. I think it's an animated series, but a series. And I know he's been in the MCU, but I want to see a Howard the Duck movie. Because Howard the Duck was doing Deadpool shtick before Deadpool came along. Anyway. Let's see. Dare I say this? I like the original Star Wars films, but never loved them. I've always preferred the video game stories, in fact. What's your favorite Star Wars game? Good question. So, I know it's really not that great of a game, but I'll say this just because I played it a ton as a kid, and I really, really enjoyed it. Rebel Assault 2. I really, really liked Rebel Assault 2 growing up. Of course, it was hard as hell, especially like the third level where you're flying the oh hell, what was it called? The Corellius Star. That was a pain in the fucking ass. But I remember there was a glitch that I could sometimes exploit that would let me like skip ahead several levels. So I go straight to the speeder bike level just because I liked playing that one so much. Which is weird because that one also was not that great of a level either. Oh, the TIE training level, the TIE fighter training level. That was also a bitch. Fuck that one. Let's see. Who would you cast as Mr. Freeze? That's hard. I could see Bryan Cranston doing a good Mr. Freeze, to be honest. Republic Commando. I think Republic Commando is free for Xbox Live this month, so grab it. Knights of the Old Republic. I never finished it. Never finished it. Fun fact, Deadpool is a ripoff of Deathstroke the Terminator, Wolverine's invulnerability in Spider-Man because Rob Liefeld is the J.J. Lynch Flair comic books. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware he's a ripoff. I mean, even Wade Wilson is a ripoff of Slade Wilson, so. Not a first choice, but yeah, Cranston would be great. Sir Patrick Stewart as Mr. Freeze. I don't know if I'd take Patrick Stewart as Mr. Freeze. If Omega Red ever got into the MCU, who would you cast as him? That's a good fucking question. That is a good fucking question. I don't know. I don't know. I really, really don't know. Because I don't know who you could cast without, you know, them being succumbed to like a wrestler aesthetic. Because that's basically going to be what people assume he's going to look like. And they've already done Mickey Rourke already, so God, I don't fucking know. I don't know. Bruh. Wow. Whoa. Okay, we've only got 1 minute left. Okay. 1 minute. I will answer one more question, but the rest of you guys, tag Brainbox for overflow. Because yes, and remember, if you already got an entertainment question in for overflow, don't ask another one, please. You would get one a week. Politics questions. If you got politics questions you want us to answer on the overflow, put them in now. Again, tag Brainbox. If you want to skip that and whatnot, email me, alex@hatman.net. We'll get to that on overflow, but make sure you put like overflow in the subject line so we can get to it. But yes, I don't know if Brainbox is out there, but he'll get to it because Brainbox is a good dude, and I don't know what we'd do without him. But yeah, just tag him in there. Anyway, last question. Okay, we'll do this. Thoughts on Ace Ventura being accused of transphobia? I'm not surprised. I'm honestly more surprised that people are not accusing Mrs. Doubtfire of transphobia more often than not. Yeah, I'm surprised that they're not doing that. Do you think, cross-dressing and the whole, can you make me a woman? And hell, transphobia, homophobia, the list grows. So anyway, yep, for the overflow, tag Brainbox. You got your entertainment questions in already. Yeah, sorry, but get a politics question in there too. We will do that for overflow at the very least. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm sorry if this was too long for a lot of you. I think we kind of dipped in viewers over the course of this, but I do want to thank Servant of God and Almighty Lolly for the donations. I will get on those. I will be watching the Trump prophecy, and I'll give you a full-on review for this channel. And then Dororo will probably be a pick of the week thing for me. But yeah, if there's anything else you guys want me to review, I don't know, I guess negotiate a price with me. You know where to find me. Obviously the Hat2 on Twitter, alex@hatman.net is the email. Sometimes you can leave a comment here, but I don't always read the comments on these videos. But anyway, lick that smash button, don't explode, etc., etc. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. We'll be back at the usual time next week. Overflow is going to happen, of course, and I believe that's about it. So anyway, thank you guys again. My name is Alex Baldwin, also known as the Hatman, also known as the Hat. Let me try that again. I'm Alex Baldwin, also known as the Hatman. Thank you guys for watching. Deus motherfucking Volt.